What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob, doing the Wiser's Red Letter 15-year-old bottled at 45%, aged in new oak, next to the Wiser's 22-year-old Cask Strength Port cask finish, 59.7%. These are both newer Wiser's products. Very cool innovation that they're doing with the brand. Let's find out if it was a hit or a miss. Starting over here with the Red Letter. So if you look back in the archives, I have I think I have two Wiser's Red Letters reviewed. The original one that came in the wooden box, I have that one. It was way back when I opened that bottle. And then the one that came after that was a cardboard box. That was like 2 years later. I think I have that one as well. I might not have that one recorded though. I know I bought a bottle, but I don't know if I actually reviewed that one. This is actually Jeremy's bottle. So Sipper Social Club, Jeremy, thank you very much. Also, the 22 is his as well. So, cool thing I noticed about the carryover from the Wiser's Red Letter is that there was this really nice hard candy butterscotch kind of note that I loved about the first one. The first one was unchill filtered. I don't think this one is as well. I think this one is chill filtered, sorry. So that's probably the biggest difference. This might be older though. The first one didn't have an age statement. This one is 15 years old. And yeah, you do get that butterscotch hard candy kind of note. A little bit of oak in there as well. Remember, this is new oak. But for that to be new oak, 15 years old, I would say that it's a light char. Maybe a char number 1, possibly a 2, but I doubt it's even that high. Might even be just a toast. Yeah, really nice, very approachable. This is about $100. I don't even know if it made it to the LCBO. I think it was just a distillery exclusive. You could order it online. A little bit of like a pencil shavings kind of note on the nose as well. Other than that butterscotch. Some apples as well, maybe. Yeah, easy drinking, a little too easy drinking probably. At 45%, I would have loved to know what this tasted like at 55% or cask strength. Would have been cool to try it at that. But good overall. Gonna give this one an 85. I think it's pretty decent. For the price, you can't go wrong. I think Canadian whiskey lovers are gonna actually really like that. Let's head over to the Wiser's 22-year-old Port cask strength. Again, 22 years old, 59.7%. You know that at least 90% of this is 22 years old. Probably some younger whiskey in there as well. I would say maybe if they added rye, it would be the last 10% and much younger. Probably you're looking at 10 to 13 years old. Okay, on the nose you do get that port. A little bit of that strawberry note that I tend to get with port whiskeys. All right, color, it's not drastically different. Maybe a reddish tinge. Yeah, a little bit of that strawberry note. Some butterscotch in there as well. This is mostly corn, probably 90% corn. Maybe a little bit of like a nutmeg kind of spice in there as well. On the palate. So easy drinking. Sweet. A lot of sweetness actually. A little bit one-dimensional on the palate. Yeah, interesting to drink these side by side because I'm getting a lot of the same kind of butterscotch notes. I don't really get a lot of that port cask on the palate, to be honest with you. I'm trying to find it. One really good thing I could say is it doesn't need water to drink well. It's light, not alcohol heavy. It's good. I prefer the 23-year-old based on the few drams that I've had out of this. I felt like the port finishing was a little bit like putting lipstick on a pig. Doesn't necessarily make it look better. I don't really find that it was a big influence on the whiskey. I think they could have just left it at 22 years old, however it was originally aged, and really not had much of a difference. I think that was a bit of a selling feature, if I'm being honest. It's still, you got to give credit for the cask strength. You got to give credit that it's age stated, although again, with Canadian whiskey, just under 10%, might be younger, probably younger with the big brands like Wiser's and Crown Royal, but you won't find that with the Shelter Points, and you won't find that with the Two Brewers and the smaller distilleries that are coming up. They're not doing any of that, so that's really reassuring, and I think that's something to look forward to for those of you that discredit Canadian whiskey, because it's come a long way. Like I said, other countries have even worse rules in my opinion. So less than 10% of this is younger, but at least 90% of this, or just over 90% of this, has to be 22 years old, which is cool in my opinion. This could have been better. I think they were trying to get the most out of the success that they found with the 23-year-old, and I don't think they did it, in my opinion. This is not as good, in my opinion, as the 23-year-old was. Might be a little bit easier to drink, though, as far as not adding water and not having that burn. The 23 came in a little bit hot in the beginning, and then obviously it aired out and got a lot better. But it was great off the hop, in my opinion, even just playing with a little bit of water with it. This one's an 86 for me. So the cask strength gives it points. All around, I think it's good. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I think the 23-year-old is much better, and you can still find that in some places. So find the 23-year-old if you can, because it's the better buy of the two. But this is still good. Not knocking it. I just not so sure about the port cask, all right? But like I said, that's an 86. That one's an 85. Good stuff overall, just not stuff that I'm going to run on and buy anytime soon. That's it for me, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Get the bell to get notifications when I do release a video. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can support this channel on Patreon. Cheers.